All right, Arvin. So we are back again. This time, I want to ask you about what it takes to actually launch a winning product and brand on Amazon these days. It's 2024
Mhm.
now. A lot has changed since both you and I got into the Amazon world about 7, 8 years ago. So I guess this is kind of an open dialogue. What do you think it really takes now? Can you still be successful launching a brand on Amazon? And
Well,
what's
yeah, carry on.
and what's changed since maybe a couple of years ago?
Well, I still believe that, you can still launch a successful product on Amazon. Of course, over the years, a lot of things has changed. A lot of restrictions and policies that has been imposed by Amazon compared to previous years. Yeah, before those who started really early are lucky that they were just able to list their products without all of these restrictions. They can even gather reviews by just paying someone to or giving them giveaways, and they can leave a review on their product. Just right now, you cannot do things like that. You cannot reach out to people to leave a review or do something to help you boost the ranking of your products aside from doing PPC.
Yeah.
But to me, yeah, of course, it always comes or the first step is always just doing a good product research.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
you find something that is connected to you, like something that you are really interested in. Because again, I'm a believer that once you like and love something, you will do everything to be successful in it. So,
Sure.
yeah, that's just one thing.
Yeah. So
Uh,
well, I
mhm.
guess just to back up for a second, do you still think it's possible to launch a brand and still scale it and grow on Amazon and, either build a successful business or build something you can sell eventually?
Yes, but it's tough, but it's still visible, still possible.
Yeah. So I would say from my experience, what's changed is when I launched my first private label product in probably 2016 or 2017, I literally did, the Jungle Scout research thing, found a product, and then ordered 500 units from AliExpress, got them a month later. I don't think I even
Mm,
got a sample. I just ordered them. And then I just
yeah.
used my manufacturer's picture for my listing and published it. And I think I turned on PPC, but like $5 a day budget, and that was
Still
it.
low.
And then by the
Yeah.
time I was launched, it was already really saturated, and everyone was selling a 3 pack and for my 1 pack price. So that was kind of where I started. Now that
Mm-hmm.
product I just sold through those units and then I was done. I would say
Mm-hmm.
now in my mind, a couple things I've noticed as big trends are one, it takes it takes more money to launch. I spent $500 for that launch. I don't think
Yeah.
that's possible anymore. You need enough money to buy your first kind of 1 to 2 months worth of inventory and
Mm-hmm.
probably then be have enough like kind of built up so that you can pull the trigger on your next round of inventory in time to restock. Because obviously the
Mm-hmm.
cardinal sin of Amazon is do not go out of stock, right? Uh
Yes.
so more money. I would say to me the second one is it's much more about building a brand now. I think before, again, going back to that, I had no branding at all. And I know a lot of other sellers, that was how they did it too. Uh so no branding. Now I think you have to build a brand. Three,
Mm-hmm.
PPC, you have to have a budget for advertising in some way. And I think that yeah, you can get away with doing a couple $100 a month, but the problem is that's not going to help you rank enough to be like, okay, this works. You really have to be able to allocate enough budget so that you're able to get results on data and then optimize your campaigns and then give it like 3 months of life. And to me, that means you got to have, probably about $2,000 or so per month just to run
Mm-hmm.
for advertising. That's at least my take on it. So I'd say to me those are kind of the big things. And the fourth one is going back to what you first said, which is obviously you have to have a quality product. Uh
Mm-hmm.
every niche is going to become saturated, even if right now it's open. Everyone's using Jungle Scout and Helium 10 and just doing, all the product research all the time. So if they start seeing your niche is all of a sudden you were the first person in it, other people are going to come into it eventually. And so you've got to have a differentiator of some sort that really kind of creates a moat or makes your product have that higher perceived value or just a different value, because otherwise you're going to get copied pretty quickly, if not already. Don't go and sell just another spatula in a market full of spatulas. You have to do something that really stands out. or find a different angle for it. So I guess those are like my high level take. But I mean, did I miss anything or do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, I agree in everything that you said there. Like those are the things that maybe changed within the Amazon ecosystem. And another thing that maybe I can add there is that in the past you can just focus on Amazon advertising, right? But right now you utilize everything like external traffic, like SEO, Google, whatever to help you scale your Amazon product or business to grow it. And yeah, you need
Yeah.
to be more, yeah, you need to spend more money on those things that I just mentioned as well.
Yeah, I think the other sellers have become a lot more sophisticated, and Amazon's cracked down on a lot of, the practices that were maybe gray hat from before, like all the review stuff, where you could pay people to
Mm-hmm.
leave reviews and, this and that. I would say the other things too are, the product I started with, it was about $8 was the sell price. And,
Mm.
now we obviously in the news, we've all been hearing about how much the Amazon fees are, and they're going to go up every single year. That's just the reality of it. But I think the if I were to go back and do it differently, I would choose a product's price point $30 or higher at least because it gives you more margin to be able to play around with. Um, I know some people might say it's got to be a minimum of $50 or more. Um, Small and light is ideal still, right? I still think like, you don't want to be selling, well, it's just a different game if you're selling like rugs or something else that's a very bulky item. Um,
Mm.
and I think the other one, there's one more that's, oh, hazmat. And then like any kind of consumable or toy products, I would kind of be wary of. Toys are
Yeah.
going to require all the testing. If it's anything hazmat, it's going to be way more expensive. If it's chocolates or something like that, it might be a meltable and you have to remove it for a couple months every single year. So those are some other considerations that come into mind for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, but yeah, it's still like despite everything that you said, as long as you have a really good strategy, really good product, there is still a way for you to be successful selling on Amazon, eventually make an exit. So
Yeah.
again, and like there are other things that aside from the things that you've mentioned. Of course, it is really important that you optimize your listing really well.
Mm,
From the
that's a good
titles,
point.
the bullet points, images, most especially. We talked about the reviews earlier, but then even though you can no longer reach out to people to leave a review or get a sample, then leave a review, but you can enroll to programs such as Vine program, where customers can also like get your products for free and leave an honest review, but you cannot really ask them for a positive review.
Right.
One other thing that I'd say that made it really difficult right now is more on the increasing fees on Amazon.
Sure.
You know, the FBA fees have increased, and then also there are a lot of charges right now that they haven't charged before. The long-term storage fees, and now they are also implementing these low-level inventory and then the inventory surcharges if they have been sitting there in Amazon for more than 180 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because I think Amazon is doing this one because there are a lot of Amazon or sellers who've been entering the and it's hard for them to manage everything, so they're just maybe trying to control the amount of inventory that can be stored in the Amazon warehouse. But it's just me making a theory on that. But also, Amazon, unlike before, they became more customer centric. So, like in 2017, when I start or 2015 rather, when I started doing Amazon, I don't see Amazon being so focused on the reviews or feedback coming from customers. But they do favor them. But unlike right now, at Amazon, if one or two customer complain about a product being defective, they will immediately deactivate your listings. They have now the this metric that measures the return rate.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
I've seen that.
it's just so yeah, you just really need to, aside from all of those things that we mentioned, you need to have a really good team that will run and operate your business that will comply to all of these Amazon's requirements.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I mean, it's well, one important thing you said is just you have to, that's also a big change from when we started, is you definitely now have to invest in photography. the,
Mm,
graphic design stuff for your A+ content, video probably. That's like one of the most important investments you can also make kind of at the beginning, which you could probably get away with what I did, years ago, but now you have to have really high quality images and all that stuff. So that's more money out of your pocket. So it just means more costs up front that you have to invest to become a
yeah.
successful seller or give yourself a chance.
And I just want to add in there. I mean, I think what made this really really exciting, this this Amazon business, is because there are a lot of really good Amazon sellers in there, and also agencies, Amazon agencies that will help you grow your business. So you just really need to find them. They have a really good strategy. I've met a lot of Amazon agencies from the previous company, and I talk to them a lot, asking them how they strategize or how they help their clients to grow and manage their clients' businesses. They do have different strategies, and all of them are working. So,
Yeah.
so these people, if you find them, they will help you. They will help you to succeed.
Yeah, and I think now
Yeah.
now you kind of need a team of experts regardless. Either you need to
Mm.
become one, which is hard to be an expert in everything on Amazon, PPC and all the other account management stuff, or you've got to find and build that team. Which yeah, agency, yeah, or again, you can reach out to myself or Arvin to ask for help, or we can point you in the right direction. But yeah, so I think just in summary, because this, I think we're here at the end of the video, but obviously, it all starts with finding a quality product, making it unique, differentiated. Stay away from big bulky hazmat meltable products, toys, unless you're willing to do all the stuff that comes with that. uh and then it's about investing in photography, design, like optimizing your listing, launching, and having money for PPC. And then there's a lot more, but those are kind of just the hallmarks of it, I think.
Yeah, so just one last thing for me. I mean, going back to the first thing that I've said earlier, make sure that is the product that you're really interested in or you really love, because again, one of the cardinal sin in selling on Amazon is to not run out of inventory. So if you really love this one and you really like this one, you will keep on investing in buying inventory, because all the things, all the efforts that you put in will go to waste if you run out of inventory, like what you did when you stop doing it. So yeah.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I think that's it then for this one. If anyone has questions or comments or we missed something, let us know down below under this video. And obviously we'll put all the information in terms of if you need to get some help, you can reach out to us. We'll put all of that in the description down below. So I think that's it for this one. And curious to know what everyone else thinks about if it's still possible to launch a successful Amazon brand in 2024 and beyond.
Yep.
All right. See you at the next one.